Hello, everybody, and welcome back to This Week at BC Esports. I am your host, Coach Tristan Supples, and with me, as always, is our co-host, Dylan Adams. How you doing today, Dylan?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I can't complain. We had a really good week, some really great games earlier in the week, or at least some point contentions there. And this is our second to last week of the season, so we're really kind of finishing strong. We got some good games next week as well, so I'm excited to hear about it. But to get everyone informed, how about you tell us what happened with these sports games?
All right. So first up, we have EAFC. Gianni and CJ both won by forfeit. This is really good for Gianni because this makes him eligible for playoffs. We're going to seal the deal next week to get our points up to be guaranteed into playoffs, but it's still a really big moment for him. And then sadly in Madden, we did have a 2-0 loss. Noah's playing as the Cowboys, but this puts him out for the season.
Yep, so we'll have one more game for record, but ultimately playoff contention is lost.
Lost playoff contention. But to talk more about his overall season, we actually have an interview with Noah.
Awesome. Okay, Noah, so we got some time to talk about what happened this season. We had a long week this week. We got some good games in. We ended up taking the loss there, but I'm very curious about how things have felt for you so far, how you feel after that game, and then what the outlook is for next week. So let's kick things off. How did it feel going from Cowboys in the preseason, then we went with Eagles for a couple of games, and then we're back to Cowboys? What was kind of your thought process there?
Yeah, I started out with the Cowboys because I'm a Cowboys fan. They're my favorite team. And then looking at whole Madden rosters and everything, the Eagles had basically the best roster all around. And then I was like, actually, the Cowboys defense, so I like the sub and safeties at the linebacker position because they're faster. And the Cowboys had more safeties on the roster, and a safety last year converted to linebacker this year. So it was just more practical and easier to set up.
Makes sense. Well, and it definitely paid off. I know that we had some success with the Eagles, but last night's game was very close. No, it was no situation where it was a blowout. I mean, there was a couple of picks, but outside of those picks, it would have really gone in your favor. Can you share a little bit how that felt, how last night's game was going for you?
Yeah, it honestly just felt awful. I felt I got behind early and got away from the run game. It was kind of forcing everything. The first game I threw that pick six right before the half, and that was the difference. Had a few good onside kicks, but unfortunately couldn't get them. And then, the second game we were down the whole time and was trying to force everything deep, which led to a lot of interceptions. Got away from the run game, which hurt me a lot.
That's fair. Lots of 2-point conversion attempts too, which was nice to see. At least you never stopped fighting at the end of it.
Yeah, I was trying to beat him.
So, we're in week 7 right now. We've got one more week next week. We're out of playoffs for the season, but we can work on some record going into next week. But just overall, it's our first season. It's your first season in Madden, which I know you've been playing it forever. Can you give a couple thoughts on just how this season has gone for you and how you're looking forward to next week?
It went a lot better than I expected, and it was a lot more fun than I expected. Like, going into it, I was like, I just like to do it because I like to play it, and I was going to do it because of that. But then I was like, oh, this might be too much. But it was fun to come in here every week and practice and at least get play time, and then play against other schools because typically I'm just playing against my buddies or computer or no one where it really matters. This one, like, I'm representing the school. I'm also representing myself, so it felt good in that aspect, and looking forward to next week. I know I can't make playoffs, but I still want to win and not going to give up.
We're still catching a dub next week, no problem. Bringing that record up.
Yeah.
And I am proud of you and all the work that you've done so far. So it has definitely been a fantastic first season. And I'm looking forward to next week. We'll have you on stream again next week to kind of finish out the semester. So it'll be good for everybody to see that hard play.
Awesome.
Sweet. Well, thank you all for catching us. This is Noah Hughes, and we'll send it right back to This Week at BC. Awesome. Thank you so much to Noah for that insight. It's really great to hear how you feel about the season, and we're really looking forward to next week's matches, without a doubt. Also on Thursday night, we had Valorant. They weren't on stream for us, but they actually were on the Mount St. Mary's stream, which was a fantastic production. We ended up losing that 2-0. It was hard fought. We got some really good rounds, especially map 2 on Bind. We had a really good chance to come back, had them out of 3 games.
Really nice.
Yeah, but in Bind's our map, ultimately. But alas, you can't win them all. So we have one more game in the season for next week, but ultimately we're just kind of rounding things out for record for the Valorant roster. But as I've been alluding to everything next week, we'll just jump right into what we've got going on. So, as per usual, Monday we have 2 games of EAFC at 8 p.m. Gianni's match will be on stream that day because we want to make sure we're showing this final contention piece for playoffs. And then on Thursday, we have a Madden match and we've got a Valorant match. Madden will be on stream and Valorant will be playing off stream versus the University of Delaware, both at 8 p.m. Other than that, we're ending this season really strong. We've got some good content coming out. We're going to do some end of season reviews for everybody, keep these interviews pumping out for you so all of you can see the fun that we've got going on here at this wonderful program. But outside of that, we are finished up for this week. So anything else you'd like to add, Dylan?
Thanks for watching.
As always, we are This Week at BC Esports, and we'll see you later.